Discussing the retention of foreign companies in Switzerland, we have with us Philippe Monnier of Monnier Business Consulting. So, Philippe, business conditions in Switzerland, it seems to be deteriorating. There's a strong franc, of course, and there's amendations to taxation and immigration, but what is this impacting on businesses? What's it like?
You know, I think there is some deterioration, but it is marginal, maybe even very marginal. On the consequences on business in Switzerland is naturally also marginal. If we talk about taxation, as you did, I think now we will have a new reform, a new system, and it's going to be pretty competitive. Not as competitive as maybe 5-10 years ago, but still to be among the most competitive in Europe. And then regarding the strong franc that you also mentioned, actually the franc has become stronger and stronger and stronger over the years. And this is an advantage. It's easier to buy company, it's easier to import. It is also an disadvantage in terms of producing in Switzerland and in terms of exporting from Switzerland. But the Swiss company have been reacting by more productivity, more innovation, and more value addition product. And I'm sure the trend will continue.
We'll see. Well, what about this vote last February, February 2014, which makes it arguably quite more difficult for Swiss-based companies to employ people from the European Union? What impact is that going to have?
So based on this popular vote, it will be needed to have a quota for European Union employees. So this is new, and this is a sort of administrative hurdle. So I don't think it's a good news, but it's still a hurdle, nothing else but a hurdle. And then we have to say that in Switzerland we had quota before in the past, I think like 7-8 years ago. So Switzerland managed to grow with quota. And I'm sure that we can continue to grow now that we will reintroduce a quota. And actually, this is for Europe, but for the third countries outside Europe, we had been quota, we still have quota today. And it doesn't prevent us from attracting and hiring very qualified people from third country, USA, Japan, China, Russia, and so on.
Okay. Well, what can Switzerland do then to maximize the chances of retaining these foreign companies?
I think that, first of all, it's information. I talk a lot with foreign companies, and I realize they're not well informed, and sometimes they are more pessimistic than the reality. The second thing we can do is to integrate the company as much as possible professionally, to connect them with suppliers, with clients, with universities, with partners, and so on. The third element is to integrate the employees of the company personally. It is very important that foreign employees have local friends, speak local language, that the children go to local schools, speak of course local languages, and this way those companies will stay much longer here.
Okay, so where should the priorities lie? Is it retaining these foreign companies or is it attracting new ones?
I think both are important, to attract new companies and to retain existing companies. But probably because we have so many fantastic companies, foreign companies in Switzerland, it is more important to retain than to attract new ones. Another point is that it's easier to keep your existing customer than to acquire new customer. So this is why it is easier to retain than to attract.
Okay. Philippe, thank you very much for your insight today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. Be sure to click back to Dukascopy TV for more updates and exclusive interviews. We'll see you next time.